everybody. Welcome back to my podcast. My Gemini mind is very crazy today. I'm here with my good friend Paige.
Hi.
And I thought that today we could talk about our friendship because we have a lot of fun stories. A lot of...
the acorn?
Yes, we have a lot of stories that we can share with you. So, grab a snack. We have Airheads.
Teehee, I'm gonna eat them. Not talking.
We bought them from the gas station for 25 cents a piece.
I'm gonna shit my pants. Oh, sorry. Do you not want me to swear?
It's fine.
Oh.
All right. So I'm probably gonna remember a lot more than Paige. I mean, she probably remembers, but I have a really good memory.
Bitch.
I pride myself on my memory. I know if Ashley's listening, she's probably gonna be laughing right now.
I'm alone.
Shut up. Okay.
Sorry, I opened my watermelon area.
She's gonna be rude and eat her watermelon airhead. Anyways, okay. So our friendship started, you know, like any normal friendship, in gym class. Want to do some ASMR quick? I hope none of you exited out of this. I hope that you watched the entire thing. Okay, we met in gym class.
Yes.
Personal fitness.
It was a group of three of us. It was Alice, you, and me, that whole gym class.
Yep, and we hated it.
Her ex-boyfriend was also in that class.
Yeah, and he'd watch me work out, and I wanted to
I wanted to bite his head off.
I wanted to cry every day, but that's besides the point. But we were in class together. Then one day after school, I got this notification on Snapchat from a person named Sparkle Titties, and I was like, "Who on earth just added me?" And their name is Sparkle Titties. So I messaged this person, and I'm like, "Who is this?" You're like, Paige said, "It's me, Paige, from gym class."
Okay, backstory on my Snapchat name because I know you're all dying to know. So, I'm pretty sure my original name was Paige or something. I put something like that. And then one day I wanted to know what my stripper name would be. So I went online and I found a stripper name generator. And that's what it gave me, was Sparkle Titties.
That is her name still in my phone, or on Snapchat at least. Sorry, here's some ASMR of me opening up my airhead. Hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, and then we were in gym class.
It was kind of vibing.
Yeah, we complained the whole time. Our teacher would yell at us for not doing it.
Because we distracted each other a lot.
Alice,
we can't take each other seriously. We just can't.
Alice was so funny. There was one day she flopped on the ground
on purpose. I think.
And she's like, "What did she say?" It was free shampoo or something.
That shit was so funny. She just started yelling, and I think Miss Larson, our gym teacher, looked over and went, "What are you doing?" And Alice just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, we would laugh a lot, and it was fun. But then, well, we were in choir together. But I don't know. I feel we joked around in choir, but not as much as we ended up.
Choir is kind of a.
I feel like I would say hi to you and be like, "Hey, Emma," but then, we went to Europe together. So summer of 2018, we got accepted to.
Or no.
Well, it was actually
2017. We got accepted.
Yeah, but then we ended up going in June of 2018, and yeah, we went to 7 countries, and we sang "God Bless America" in France, and they wanted to punch us.
Some kid passed out from the heat
in Paris. Yeah, it was weird.
Paris.
But yeah, so what did we do? We went to camp first. We had a 4-day camp before our Europe trip at UW Whitewater.
That place is bland as fuck. Don't go there.
The dorms are so boring. It feels like a prison. It was hot.
Yeah, it was really hot. It was a lot of hills.
Yeah, so we had to go from the dormitories to our rehearsal. It was 3 miles. I don't know, not 3 miles.
It wasn't 3 miles, but it felt
it was
like 3 miles.
Uphill. It was insane. And then we had to we would get breakfast. We would fill up on food and then have to walk in the hot heat to our rehearsal.
There were a couple times where we would get we would get dismissed for lunch, and I would eat lunch, and we'd have to walk back for rehearsal again. Because I think we had 3 rehearsals a day, and we went to bed, and that was for the next 4 days. We did that. And I remember one time I ate so much at lunch, I thought I was gonna fucking I thought I was gonna throw up. because we were walking like back, and I was like, oh my god, like I almost threw up and then fell asleep.
Yeah, it was not the best, but it was really preparing us for the amount of walking that we had to do in Europe. But the camp,
I was kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Like, by the time it like came, I was kind of like, oh, whatever.
But I definitely think there's like a lot of fun memories from camp because like you're meeting a bunch of kids. Like it's like how many kids like in the choir?
Like 300. Like I wanted.
I think it was 400 total on the entire trip, including parents. But I think the choir was like
300. Something.
No, I think it probably was like 200.
Okay. Well, for some reason, I don't remember
Exactly. It's okay. But we met a lot of people and
remember the one time I found that little toy in the dirt while we were eating pizza. Do you not remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
I found this little, or like half of this little plastic puppy figure. It was like half the length of my thumb, probably. It wasn't very big. And, like, I walked back over to everyone because we were, like, in a pavilion. Mm-hmm. We were, like, sitting on the picnic tables under the pavilion because that's where we kind of, like, ate sometimes. And they served us pizza that day, I think. Was that same day?
It was like a pizza party.
Yeah. So I brought the toy back over and I started, like, playing with it. And everyone looked at me and they were like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, I just found this little puppy in the dirt. And I think, like, Allie was there, you were there, and both of you were just like...
And then we went and played on a playground, didn't we? Or, like, we walked by a playground?
Walked around, because, like, there was a lot of, like, green field, like, around.
It was weird. It's, like, a blur, also. Like, I remember some parts of it, but...
It was a big campus, too. Like, not only was it bland as fuck, it was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I swear to God, if it wasn't for, like, Emma and, like, Cedar and everyone else, I think I would have got lost. I definitely...
Grace.
And Grace, too. Like, I think I would have got lost.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was so big. Or, I don't know how big it actually was, but it felt big because there was nothing on it. It was, like, the dormitories and then, like, some of the school buildings or some shit.
Yeah, and then the last night at camp, we had a concert for, like, our parents who weren't going to see us in Europe. Oh, yeah. And it was so hot in there. Like, I remember, like, you know you're not supposed to, like, lock your knees when you're, like, performing.
Yeah, because you pass out.
I'm pretty sure I locked my knees and I felt like I was going to die.
Oh my
It was hot, and then it was raining on the way back.
Oh, yeah, and my parents, like, gave us all a ride back in their car. It was awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
Because my parents were, like, trying to... Because at that point, they didn't really know Emma.
Yeah.
They know Emma really well now. Obviously, we've been friends ever since then. But, like, they didn't really know Emma, so, like... Or Grace. So they were trying to, like, strike up a conversation because it was awkward as fuck.
Yeah. So then after that night, we got on a bus bright and early, like 5 a.m., and we made our way to Chicago International Airport. And then, so we had a layover in Detroit, right? It was like a 1 hour flight to Detroit.
Yeah.
And then we had a layover for like 7 hours. No, it wasn't 7 hours. Our flight was 7 hours. We had to go to Detroit. And what did we do in that airport?
Was that the one where Miss Steele yelled at us because we were singing, or is that a different airport?
Probably. I think Detroit had that elevator, or not elevator, that escalator that you could just...
We went to that restaurant.
Yes,
remember
we had to eat.
We went to eat because we had not eaten really anything, or at least I don't remember eating anything, because we got up at, like, the ass crack of dawn and left. So we just real quick, like, got up, went, which, by the way, that was the entire trip. Was just, like, get up, go, zoom, like, the entire trip. Those 2 weeks went by so fast. But anyway, we stopped at, like, this generic-ass...
It was like a burger place.
It was, like, a burger joint, but it was, like, generic as fuck.
Yeah.
But we were like, we don't care, we're hungry, like, we need to eat because I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, we were all just so tired and done. We were already done,
and then we took a nap. Like, we laid...
We did, yeah, we fell asleep.
Yeah, yep.
I slept for, like, a lot of the trip, because, okay, you guys gotta take into consideration, a lot of this trip was by bus.
Yeah.
It was plane, bus.
Yeah.
And then walk.
Yeah.
And then bus, and then walk, and then bus, and then walk.
Yeah.
So, it was just a lot of, like, riding a bus, so I fell asleep a lot of the time. Like, my mom got me this, like, neck pillow, and I had it around my neck all the time, because I was tired as fuck.
So yeah, it was like a 7-hour flight to London. We flew overnight so that when we landed, it was morning in London.
Yeah.
And I remember I changed on the plane, and I didn't get to sit by you. I sat by my mom.
Oh yeah, I forgot who I think I sat by Mackenzie.
Yeah. But then I went and I changed into my jeans for like the last hour of the flight. That was a big mistake. But I didn't want to wear sweatpants in
really nice weather.
What was it?
That whole trip,
I can't
all
think
you
of where
wore
we
was jeans too.
Well, where did we go first?
We went to that castle. Remember?
Yeah. What was it called?
I almost said
Windsor.
I almost said Worcestershire Castle.
Worcestershire sauce. Windsor Castle. Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we went first, and like we spent the majority of our first day there.
And let me tell you, I got off that bus and I didn't even want to go in because I was so tired. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't really sleep on the flight. I have a really hard time sleeping on anything that moves.
You just got done saying you slept on the bus.
No, I know, but like, I only slept for like little bits.
Yeah, it was.
I don't sleep for like if I fall asleep, I have to be tired. Mm-hmm. So you knew if I fall asleep, you knew I was tired as fuck. So like the plane, I didn't sleep. The bus ride to Windsor Castle, I didn't really. I kind of slept maybe from what I remember. I don't remember like completely.
We slept in the park.
Oh no, that was after. Remember?
Oh yeah.
We went to Windsor Castle, and then our buses were delayed for some reason.
Oh my god, I was so mad.
And they were like, oh, it's gonna be another, like, hour or two before they get here. And we were like, huh? So they were like, just go, like, sit. We're gonna, like, have you sit in this field of grass.
And I remember not vividly, but, like, these, like, group of teenagers, like, British teenagers laughing at us laying in the park.
I don't remember that, but you must have just saw that, because I didn't see that.
And there's a funny story, because I was, like, trying to vlog the whole trip, and I was, like, we were, like, literally tired, and the clip is of us laying in the grass, like, using our backpacks as a pillow.
Yeah, we were, oh my god.
And we were really irritated and, like, really grumpy.
Tired, just done with everything.
And you can tell a story, Paige.
Oh, you want me to tell it?
You can tell it. It's funny.
Okay. So we were laying in the grass, and when I get super tired, it turns into, like, crackhead hours for me. That's just how I am. If I'm with friends anyway, like, I turn into kind of a crackhead. Because that's how I deal with sleep deprivation. So we were laying in the grass, and I was pissing off Emma because I kept putting my foot in her face.
Her tennis shoe?
Like, yeah, like, no, because my foot was inside the tennis shoes. I was just swinging my foot in her face. Mm-hmm. And, she was trying to, like, record, I think, and so my foot was in the frame that whole time, because at the beginning I was like, look, I'm gonna poke her with, and Emma was like, Paige, stop, just stop, like, she was getting so pissy, and no, but it's funny, though, because then what happens is, the next clip after that, she turns the camera to me, and I'm laying in the grass, and I feel something under my side, because I'm, like, laying on my side. I feel something under my side. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I reach, and I'm, like, feeling around, and I grab it, and I pull it out, and it's an acorn. And my first thing, all I said, like, I pulled it out, and I go, oh, it's an acorn.
No, you said, oh my god, a nut.
Oh, that's right. Oh, God. Yeah, so I was trying to make, like, a nut joke. Like, like ball sack, you know. But I saw the nut and I was like, oh my god, it's a nut. And when I tell you, Emma and Mackenzie were just, like, dying.
Yeah.
They burst out laughing, and I thought it was funny, but I didn't think it was that funny, but they must have been tired as fuck.
Yeah, it was funny. And
hilarious.
I remembered it, and it's, like, it's just a running joke.
And Emma ended up getting me an acorn ornament for Christmas that next year because of that joke.
Yep.
Because it was so, like, pivotal to
Yes.
that trip.
It really changed our friendship.
It was fucking hilarious.
The white part, just don't touch me with your shoes, you nasty. But how about you like it if I, like, freaking rub my shoe on your face?
I'm not rubbing my shoe on your face.
You're rubbing it near me.
I'll literally rub my shoe
Can
on
I
your
take
face.
a picture with your camera?
No. I need all the space. Oh god, there they go.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's a nut.
And then, you know, I mean, the trip, I mean, we could explain it, but it's just kind of, I mean, we went to Paris, then...
We could talk about the seagull.
Yeah, so, well, we went to Paris, and it was really hot, and, like...
And gross. There was trash everywhere.
Yeah, so if you ever want to plan a trip to Paris, don't. Try, like, the fields or something. Like, don't go to the cities.
Don't go to where the Eiffel Tower is. Like, don't go anywhere, like... It was cool. And I don't want to sound, like, privileged or anything when I say, like, don't go to Paris. Because the fact that I even got to go to Paris...
yeah.
...is, like, not everyone gets to do that. But, if I ever had the chance to go to... I mean, if I had the chance to go to Paris, I'd probably go.
I probably wouldn't.
Just because it's Paris. But anyways, the day we went to see the Eiffel Tower, we got there, like, we drove by bus from our hotel, and we got there, and the crowd, and this was, like, way before COVID, this, like I said, we said, this was 2018, so there was huge crowds, a shit ton of people, and it was nuts, and then not to mention the line that we had to stand in to even get to the elevator to go up.
We could choose to either walk the stairs...
The entire way up, by the way.
Or pay for an elevator ticket. And so we're like, oh, elevator ticket.
And waiting in that line was awful. But, I don't know.
It was scary, though, because there was, like, signs saying, like, hide your ticket. Because people, like, what am I trying to say? What is the...
Pickpocket.
Pickpocket, yeah.
Yeah, pickpocket.
Because, like, if you, like, leave your ticket in your back pocket, somebody's gonna take it. Like, people have no shame in Paris. Like,
or anywhere, honestly.
Yeah, in those big cities.
We were gonna get, like, pickpocketed wherever we went.
Yeah, like, a man grabbed my hand with all my stuff in it. Like, because it was, like, they want to put bracelets on you.
Oh, yeah, and then they make you pay for it.
Yeah,
like,
but he's like, are you American? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. But, yeah, that was... Yeah, and then Paige didn't feel good when we got to the top.
Yeah, Okay, so we wait in this long-ass line to get to the tippity top of the Eiffel Tower. And I get to the top, and I was already just exhausted. And I know that's stupid, but we were standing in a line for hours to get to the top of the tower. And we get to the top, and I take one look down, and I get really bad vertigo.
Yeah.
Like, very bad. I thought I was gonna throw up.
Because, like, it's just, like, so weird, like, how high you are, and, like, you see, like, the little buildings and the trees. It's just...
Not to mention, I have a fear of heights really bad. So I got up there, and my whole body was kind of, like, shaken, because I looked down, and I was like, what if I fell?
And there isn't a lot of room, like, on those, like, levels, because, like, I don't know. It's a statue. It's like a thing. It's not meant for people to walk on.
No, like, so 5 minutes pass, not even, and I turned to my friends. So I turned to Emma, and I think Grace was there, and Allie was there. I turned to all three of them, and I go, we need to go. And they go, what? And I'm like, I am going to throw up. So I will either leave without you, or you come with me, because I'm going to throw up. And I was being a little dramatic, but I honestly thought...
I have a video of you, like, leaning over on the railing, and you're like, yeah.
I think I was doing this, I had my head down, I was sick. I just don't do good with that kind of thing. I never have, I never will. So I took my pictures, click, click, click. So, like, my parents were like, oh, I took a selfie, I think, that I still have. And so my parents had pictures. And then I said, bye. I dipped. Like, we left. So we went all the way back down, which going back down didn't take as long.
No.
Luckily, but, we went down, and I hit the ground, and I was like, yes.
And did we get food then? Or, like, we waited, like, try to wait in line for food?
Yeah, it was something weird. Like...
I don't remember.
I want to say, because there were, like, food venues, like, near it, like, on the ground, but...
I don't remember a lot of it.
Well, there was also, like, when we were... I guess we forgot to mention, because I always forget this, but they sold wine at the top as well.
I forgot.
Yeah, there was a little, like, kind of, like, restaurant, if you could even call it that, but they just sold wine. You could drink, you could drink wine at the top of the Eiffel Tower if you wanted.
But we didn't go up there.
No.
And then, like, another part of Paris, I remember it was really funny. We took a river bro.
I'm reminding you that we need to talk about Garrett, what he did when we were in France.
Okay.
because it was funny.
Okay, I'm ready. My brain is ready. We took a river
boat
cruise, and we went like on the river. Like, what is it called? The river of I don't
fucking know.
I don't remember. But then I had to poop so bad.
Oh, I don't remember that.
No, so we had to wait in line to get like our little quarter to like get through to go on the boat. And we got like a little ticket. I had to poop so bad. Like, I had to go. On the bus, on the way there, they're dropping us off, I'm like clenching so hard. And then I get on that boat and I run to the bathroom. It's this hot little box in the back of the boat. And there's like 3 toilets. I picked the middle one and I just let it all out. And it was very, I feel bad. And then I left and there was like a line of people waiting to go in. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Anyway, I remember that.
Well, the first day or the first night that we got to Paris, I think this was, we were allowed, so there was a rule, when we went, our parents could sign a waiver saying that we could drink alcohol anytime we were in the big group.
Yeah.
Like, we were all together. So the first night we got to Paris, we were all just sick of being on that fucking bus, because we took the ferry over and then hopped on the bus and was on the bus. We were done. We were clear. And we had a reservation at this restaurant, and we sat down and we had the option of either getting beer or wine. And this was before Miss Thiel, our like head of our bus, which is also our choir teacher, told us how much we could have. Like, she did not talk about the limit.
Well, and also, so we thought that they're gonna give us a glass of wine.
Oh,
if you were gonna order like a glass of beer or like a bottle of beer. They all gave us individual bottles of wine, and it was like 2 servings per bottle.
It was probably the size of a normal beer bottle.
Yeah.
Like a Corona.
And like it was, I didn't like it, but like we had
gross.
like 4 bottles of wine on our table,
We
and
had
Miss Thiel was
rosé.
like, excuse me.
That and our friend, well, he's not really our friend, but our classmate Garrett, who was also on the trip, decided he was gonna order a beer. So we were like, yeah, like, we'll get the wine, because this was before we ordered the wine. We were looking at the wine menu and whatever, and he was looking at the beer. So he looks at the waiter and he shows the waiter what beer he wants or whatever, the size, and then they bring the beer over, and when I tell you, my mouth dropped to the floor when I saw the size of the glass that they handed him, because it was probably the biggest size you could get.
Like 32 ounces or something.
Yeah, of beer. And he chugged the entire thing probably in 5 seconds. It was gone.
It was so funny.
And I could not stop laughing, but I was also in complete disbelief of what I just saw, because he was wild on that entire trip. It was wild.
And then that restaurant didn't have air conditioning, and I was wearing a sweatshirt, and I was like dying of heat stroke. Drinking wine makes you even more warm.
Yep.
It was just
Any alcohol does that. It just makes you, like, hot.
It was a recipe for disaster.
It was terrible. I mean, well, and like Emma and I said about not going to, like, Paris, just don't. Because we were on the bus, like, before we had gone to the restaurant, we were on the bus, and I was looking out the window, because I was like, ew, sights of France. No.
Garbage on the street.
Just garbage lining the street. I can't even make that shit up. I should have taken pictures of
And it was a cloudy day when we first arrived, so it was like even more dingy.
It was just gross. Like, just trash bags. Like, the trash looked like leaf piles, but instead of leaves, it was trash.
Yeah.
That's how much trash there was. It was
so
gross.
maybe like if you're rich, you can go to Paris and like stay in like a really fancy hotel, but
and like, kind of like outside the city or something.
or like yeah. But then we slept in Liechtenstein for like lunch.
Oh yeah, we didn't stay there that long.
We stayed there for like a little lunch pit stop. I got the best sandwich ever. It was like this white bun with mayo, chicken, and pickles. It was delicious. It was like that, it's like a popular gas station in Europe. But
Oh, okay.
so we went to Liechtenstein. I got my passport stamped from Liechtenstein, And then we went to Switzerland.
Oh my god, I loved Switzerland.
It was a complete, like, 360 from Paris, because Switzerland is so beautiful.
We stayed in Crans, Montana.
Mm-hmm. And they host the group every single year.
Yeah, that particular, like, company or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they had everything set up for us when we got there. I shit you not, we were on the bus, and I was asleep because I was tired. And I can't remember who was sitting next to me, or...
Allie.
Allie was sitting next to me, but I think you and Grace were trying to get me to wake up.
We were in front of you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they were poking me, and I was getting pissy. And then they go, Paige, we're in Switzerland, wake up. And I kind of, like, was like, oh my god. And I looked out the window, and you could see the Swiss Alps.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere, in any direction you looked, you could see the Swiss Alps on the skyline.
It was just amazing.
I want to live there. Like,
yeah.
It was magical.
And they don't hate us, like, people in France hate us.
Yeah, France was...
They are a little salty still of what happened. Anyway. Then I want to, like, just get through our Europe trip. We had fondue in Switzerland.
Oh, that was so good.
We took a train up to Mount Zermatt
or something
like that.
Yeah.
And then our bus started writing a rap. So I met up with Grace and Emma Farnan, and they were like, we're writing a song. And at this moment, I didn't know that there was a tradition to, like, make a song for, like, the end of the trip.
Or, like, do something.
Right, but they were still writing, and I was like, oh my god, I want to write a verse. And they had, like, verses for each place that we already been. So there was a verse, like, a rap for London and Paris, and then they're writing about Switzerland. And Grace helped me write my line, and it's just iconic. And it goes, now we're in Switzerland, the land of cheese. All this walking really hurts my knees. So that me and Grace wrote that together. That was included. And, like, it was just a fun time. And, yeah, we walked a lot, though, in Switzerland. It was, like, hills and, like, we had to perform. Mind you, we're performing in every country, like, singing.
Yeah, that's why that one kid passed out in France, because it was hot.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Crans, Montana wasn't, just because we were so high up.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, like, cold.
Yeah, it was
Not
nice.
cold,
It was,
but
like, there was, like,
nice.
breezes and stuff like that, yeah.
But we didn't really talk about London all that much.
I mean...
I just remember you seeing the Princess Diana memorials.
That was in
London.
In London by Buckingham Palace, Princess Diana's, like, rose emblem was in the streets. And then in Paris... Oh god, I'm meeting it in your head. It was one day I was, like, trying to, like, take a little snooze on the back of the bus. And I had my seat reclined, and I was just chilling. And then I hear Miss Thiel say, and this is where Princess Diana died. And I shot up, and I was like, what? And I could have swore that she said Emma, but I don't think she did.
No.
But we went past the tunnel in Paris where Princess Diana got in that car accident, so. But yeah.
London was awesome. I would totally
I wish we could spend more time there.
I just loved talking to the locals. Mm-hmm. Because we should talk about... I just want to talk about the guy...
Okay.
That we met at Windsor. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he had, like, a Cockney accent.
He was great. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
His name was, like, Tom something. It was something so generic. His first and last name was, like, generic as fuck. But he was great. He's like, are you guys from America? And we're like, yeah, like, we're visiting with the choir. He's like, oh, that's really cool. Shut up. And he talked to us for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was nice.
But yeah, anyways, continue.
And after Switzerland, we went to Austria.
Yep.
Which is pretty much the exact same thing.
Pretty much. It looks pretty similar.
And then, okay, what did we do in Austria? Went to Innsbruck.
A cow licked us.
By our little apartment, there was, like, a cow outside, and they licked us.
Or there was, like, a herd of them. Like, there was a farm. Like, right across the street from our thing.
Yeah. We went to Innsbruck, where they had the Olympics in, like, the 70s.
Went to Innsbruck. It was fun.
Spent the day in the sun. If you get it, you get it. But if you don't, sorry. And then in the middle of our trip to Austria, we took a day trip to Venice!
Ew!
We had to wake up at 4 a.m.
Good morning. It's like 5:30. And we're going to Italy. Paige, are you excited for Italy? Paige. Get Paige's attention. Bella, stop it. This is my vlog. Are you excited for Italy?
Night green bus.
I'm bright and early to drive to Italy. It was like 100 million degrees
The
out,
city was melting.
and it was stinking. Their
It
sewer
smelled like cow shit.
their sewer system goes through the entire city, and you can smell it. It's sinking into the ocean.
Their shit was boiling.
So yeah, we had to take a ferry to Venice, which is like an island off of Italy. It's like northern Italy, pretty much. So we didn't go very far because it would be like we.
I'm
At
glad
4 a.m.
I'm glad we went though.
I agree. I think I would have preferred to go to like Pompeii or Rome or something, but I think Venice is still a good like tourist spot.
Like, I'm just glad we were only there for a day.
It was so hot.
It was over 100 degrees at least.
Yeah, and so we got there and we had these little headsets that we had to put in, and this like tour guide was giving us like a tour of like the city and explaining like all the buildings, and I couldn't stop laughing because you can barely hear her. And we stood in lines for hours to go into a basilica.
Oh, that was so pretty though.
But a basilica is basically a church that the Pope has been to. That's all it is.
It was really pretty.
It's like a blessed church. And then there was like this moment where we were waiting in line and there was like these beggars that would beg for money.
Oh, really?
And there was this girl who like had like a beard, which is it's probably over like testosterone overproducing, but she had a beard and she was begging for money. And then what happened? I was explaining, I'm like, people like fake. I don't know why I was being so ballsy, but I was like, people fake disabilities and like issues to like get money. And I think she heard me and she got mad at me, and I was kind of scared. But then I walked away. So, but yeah.
I mean, people do that. There's a guy in Milwaukee that my mom has seen him at the exact same street corner begging for money since last year.
Oh.
Like, he goes to that same spot with the same sign and begs for money. And my mom was like, well, I don't really have a problem, like, giving him money, but, like, I've seen him there every day.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I don't...
It's usually people who, like, dress up dirty and, like, try to look dirty just to, like, look like they need it. But then they go home and they drive their Porsche and, like...
Or, like, their fucking Tesla.
Yeah, like, it sucks. And you never know who actually needs it. But then, yeah, so we did that. And then it was time for lunch. We went off into, like, our own little, like, pods, you know, little groups. So we made the decision to go to, like, a little deli for lunch. We didn't want to get any, like...
We didn't want to get anything too pricey.
Why would we spend money if we're... Yeah. So I got a chocolate milkshake, and it was pretty much just warm chocolate milk.
Yeah, it was kind of gross.
And then, I don't know what else I got to eat. But then, Paige, take it away.
Oh, God. Okay, so... There was a sign outside the door, and I should mention that, like, seagulls just love Venice.
Mm-hmm.
They are just everywhere. And there was a sign outside it, or, like, right outside the building that the deli we went to eat at, and it said, beware of seagulls, because they'll swoop down and, like, take your food. I think you know where I'm going with this. But I got a sandwich. And I was ravenous. I was hungry as oh my god, because it was hot.
And thirsty.
I was sweating. It was bad. So I walk out with my sandwich exposed. And a seagull swoops down and tries to take my sandwich that I spent my money on.
What'd you say?
And I started screaming and swatting.
Don't take my sandwich!
I was like, don't take my sandwich! No!
In a public place.
In a public area where people just started looking at me, but I was not letting that damn seal get my sandwich. Now Emma's mom loves to tell that story to everyone.
She tells everybody at Christmas every single year.
Ever since, just because it's so funny.
And then my mom and I, well, actually, I needed to go to the bathroom really bad. And my mom took me to the bathroom, which is a really long ways away from, like, the center of the city, so that's kind of annoying. I had to wait in line, and I had to pay, like, 75 euros, like, cents.
Because a lot of places there make you pay to go to the bathroom, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah. So, like, if you have to poop really bad, you have to, like get your coins ready. But yeah, and I went to the bathroom, and it was really scary, and it was like in an alleyway, and it was like dirty. It was really weird. And then yeah, we met up with our group, and then we sang at the Basilica, and Missy yelled at me because I was laughing with Paige.
That was the entire trip, by the
That
way.
was all we did was laugh and get in trouble.
She loves us, though, but,
Yeah.
like, she was yelling at us a lot because we were being stupid. We also saw a glass blowing instruction when we were in Venice as well, which was
Because
kind of
Venetian
cool.
glass is, I'm guessing, like, super popular. So they showed us how they make it.
That, and it's like, you can't work in that business unless your family... unless it's passed down by your family, like, in that area.
Yeah.
So you have to be, you're, like, trained for years and years and years to be able to do it correctly.
And, like, we went to... Well, and then back in Austria, so... We left Venice, and then we got back to Austria that night at, like, 10 p.m. They're like, okay, everybody get off the bus and go get, brats and french fries. And we're like,
Okay.
okay. Then we had to walk, like, a mile back to our house, which, in the dark, and it was kind
I'm just saying, those brats slapped only because of how tired I was and hungry I was.
I started feeling sick that night, too, on the way back, like, a stuffy nose. Because it was just dry. It was dry up there.
It was...
The switch from, like, the humid Venice to, like, a dry mountain, it was
cooler there. So it was, like... Because it was nighttime, and we were very high up again. So it's, like... Okay.
Yeah.
But it was... I don't know. It was...
We went to the Swarovski store in Innsbruck, I'm pretty sure. We had pasta for lunch. It was, like, a really quick day. And then... We performed at a little church in Austria. It was actually really pretty. And then that one guy, he did sign language for Amazing Grace. No. What was that one song? I don't remember. But he did sign language for his parents.
It was really good.
And then
really
we left Austria.
We went to Germany. I have a really funny story for that because it was really fucking stupid. But I was, like, zoned. We were on the bus on the way to Germany. And... Emma and Grace again go, Paige, we're in Germany. Like, because every time we went into a country, someone would wake me up and I would get pissy every time. And I woke up and I'm like, are we in Wisconsin? Because it looks like Wisconsin. They had huge, like, electric windmills, huge, like, fields and fields of grass.
It's in the same longitude as Wisconsin.
So it was crazy. I legitimately thought I was, like, in a dream or something and that we were back in Wisconsin, like, on a bus. And it was really weird. I was also, like, sleep deprived, so And
I'm pretty sure on the way from Austria to Germany, we were really cracking down on writing that song, because then we found out that we had to perform as a bus. Like, the whole, like, every bus has to, like, do a little performance, like a play, sing a song. Everybody has to do it at the last night in Germany. So we were really cracking down. We made a parody to Part in the USA by Miley Cyrus. We made a parody. And then we did, like, part of the rap. It was really cool. The bus was getting involved. And if you want to check it out, go to my personal channel. And it's one of my first videos I posted. So, actually, yeah, you can watch the whole vlog that I made, too. It's on my personal channel.
A plug, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But
so we did. And then our first stop was Dachau. Concentration camp.
That was so sad.
Yeah, one of the concentration camps. And it was so weird about it was that, like, right across the street from the concentration camp are, like, houses.
It was just, like, surreal. I don't know how to, like, even explain it, because I had never really...
You learned about it so much.
Yeah, we learned about, you know, like, the Holocaust and, like, World War II in school, and you're like... Not that you think it's not bad... But then when you see it in person and the conditions that
I can't
people
imagine
had to live in,
I can't imagine what it would look like when people were there, and like that.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was trying to imagine, like, we were in the bunk houses, one of the bunk houses.
It was just like plywood.
It was
for bed.
It was basically just like it was like 6 bunk beds stacked on top of each other, and there were probably like 10 rows of those.
Yeah.
And they were all cramped. There was probably, like... I don't know how to explain it, because this is a podcast. I can't, like, show you.
Yeah.
But it's, like... There was, like, not a lot of space in between each bunk. So you had to, like, squeeze. Like, the person that was sleeping there had to, like,
it was
squeeze in. It
awful.
Well, and then we we went to like this big like room after walking outside, and it had like all this information about
Like what happened in each room.
the camp
Yep.
and just like the Holocaust in general and what Dachau.
It was a
kinda,
video,
like, did.
wasn't it?
Yeah, there was that, and then there was the video that we went to see because there was an inside building with all
The
of
theater.
those. Like, yeah, so it was really surreal and really sad. Like,
Yeah.
it
And
was
Haley
a good
Schwantes
experience.
was crying.
Yeah, it was a good experience, but it was like I don't know if I'd ever want to go back.
It was weird that when we were on the bus, it was just like, yeah. Did we get Magnum bars? No, that
we got
wasn't-
Magnum bars everywhere because
Yeah.
Miss Steele. Okay, the funny thing, this whole trip, it was in our rap.
Yeah.
About how Miss Steele, every fucking country we went to, she found Magnum bars. That they're, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's like those ice cream bars. They're like covered in chocolate.
That you can buy here in Wisconsin.
You can buy them in the
But
States.
she made it seem like that was like this really decadent, like fancy ice cream
Thing.
bar. No, you can
My grandma buys it for
yeah,
me.
you can buy them at Woman's.
So like in our song, like as a joke, like
Miss
one of
Steele
the
got her Magnum
Magnum
bar.
bar.
Yeah,
and it was really funny. Now
Yeah.
that I look back at it, but yeah.
but then little village that you went to, Rothenburg in Germany, it was so cute.
the Christmas shops,
Like it was a classic German.
the cobblestone
yep.
roads.
Although walking in our heels when we performed on cobblestone, I threw my shoes away. I threw my performing shoes away in Germany because I was like, these are broken. I can't walk in these anymore. Because a cobblestone would like you like twist your ankle and like
you
yeah.
have to look like it's weird. Once you get used to it, it's kind of fine. But when we first like went there, I had to look down at my feet while I was walking to make sure I didn't step in a crack or something. Like, 'cause it was so like uneven.
yeah.
But it was so cool because we went there and there was like a lady outside sweeping the cobblestone at one point.
We
And
got
I'm
like transported to like the 1600s.
I'm like, this is like surreal. I don't know, like,
It's like a gated village too. It's like
Yeah.
this giant wall. You can walk around the whole like circumference of it. It's really
the
interesting.
buildings are very like still very old fashioned. Like any building, like any like there were with the houses there and like the buildings, the restaurants. It was very like old Germany.
Our like apartment or like our hotel we stayed in. When Emma fell in the chair. Yeah, because they buy cheap IKEA furniture for their hotel. Emma sat down in it and it fell from
Just
under
collapsed.
her. And then they're like, "Why did you break it?" And we're like, it was drama. Drama ensued.
Over a chair.
Yeah.
And
But like, it was an accident. Like, you sit down on a chair, you don't think it's gonna fall, but
no.
we performed twice in Germany. We performed in that really big public square with the band, and then we performed in the little church.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was so small.
And then you bought that kazoo.
I still have that. It's
Flashes.
kind of broken, but it still works. There was a music shop in Germany, or in that little gated kind of community thing. And if I could have brought a whole ass keyboard home, I think I would have. But instead I was like, I'll just buy a kazoo because it's nice and small. I can fit it in my suitcase. And it was like this gold metal one. So I felt like really special because it wasn't like those cheap ass plastic ones. I still have it. It's broken. It doesn't really work that well. But I keep it as a souvenir.
Yeah.
I also, when we were in Switzerland, I bought that Matterhorn.
Oh,
Where you blow it. Yeah, you blow it and it makes like a squeaky sound. It was stupid, but I bought it because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
oh my god.
But yeah, and then the last night in Germany, well, we went to the Christmas shop, which was a magical experience.
Yeah, discount for our group. It was nice.
I almost bought, if I could have brought a cuckoo clock home, I would have.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had a wall of cuckoo clocks. And I have an infatuation with cuckoo clocks. Because my grandma has one that doesn't work.
Did your grandpa get it when he was in Germany?
I think that's the one, yeah.
When he was stationed there for...
Well, when my grandma visited.
Oh,
so
yeah.
My grandpa was stationed in Germany a lot. And one time my grandma visited and they went to a cuckoo clock factory. And they got to the end and it was a little shop of cuckoo clocks. And my grandma couldn't decide which one she wanted, so she said, I'm just not going to get one. And she starts walking away, and my grandpa pulls her in by the ear and says, you're not leaving this place without a fucking cookie block, because I'm not driving your ass back up the mountain when you want to buy it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was just a little side story, but the Christmas shops were just magical.
It was magical. It was like real Christmas.
Well, and then that was basically it in Germany. We
performed our last night, and then
which was really fun.
we left from Frankfurt, and we went back to Detroit for another layover.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we went back home and
slept. Because we were jet lagged.
Yep. We got
bad.
home at like 2 a.m. and I slept till noon.
I was dead.
Yep. So then after our trip, we became really tight. You know, once you travel with someone and you have to go into the bathroom after they've took a massive shit and you have to...
No, you shit first.
Okay. Well, still, once you do that, you kind of form a bond.
You get really close to a person. You also get close just because of the fact that you're... Because a lot of the times I roomed with Emma.
Mm-hmm. Except like London.
Except because that one was
or Paris. Oh, I roomed with Kaylin in Paris. I forgot about that. Anyways.
Well, you just get really close because you get to see their morning person. Mm-hmm. Like the grumpy morning person, which I am a bear in the morning. Yep. And a lot of people learn that the hard way.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch when I'm in the morning. If I'm woken up before noon, I'm a bitch.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so you just get to like know a person. Plus, when you're with them for 2 weeks,
even more because of camp.
Yeah, so like almost 3 weeks you're with these people.
Yeah.
You form like a really tight bond that I don't think.
And also if you could like keep hanging out with them, like you have to continue it because I mean we've made friends with like Mackenzie and stuff, but
she lives in Beaver Dam.
Yeah, but still. So then that summer we both got into vocal jazz too,
which never went anywhere.
Practiced for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
We went to Mamma Mia 2 in the theaters that day after vocal jazz practice. We had Chinese food for lunch.
Oh, I remember that. Mamma Mia 2 made me sob.
We cried the first song. Everybody screamed when I kissed the teacher. Why did we cry? But it was amazing.
No, we cried because we have such a strong connection with the first movie, I think, or at least me.
Yeah.
I had such a strong connection with that movie. I grew up with that movie.
Yeah.
So seeing them bring it back
and
seeing Donna like young again, I was just like, ow!
Yeah.
And oh god. Well, no, we didn't tell him.
What?
In London, when we went to Phantom of the Opera and we were screaming.
So my grandma gave up her ticket so that Paige can go to the Phantom of the Opera with us, and she still feels guilty about it.
I feel really bad.
And my grandma was stuck with random people.
She offered though.
I know. And so we saw Phantom of the Opera at the theater where it like was like first performed, right?
Yeah, like premiered.
And we were like 2 rows away from like the pit.
We were so fucking. I could feel the drums.
We could feel the fire. And like when they lit up the lanterns,
it
was
the boat scene, bitch. I could feel the smog.
What is the song? What was the song?
It's the Phantom of the Opera, the over.
Here from tomorrow.
Remember, because what are they singing? What are they singing? It's like something. They're singing that song, but there's like they're in a huge boat and they're rowing and they've got fog like falling.
She walks on the steps and then she sees the river. I want to sing, I can hear you, but I won't. that's Frozen.
But it was really like me and Emma. Okay, so there. If you don't know the Phantom of the Opera, at the beginning there is an auction, and you notice all these things that they're auctioning off. But the one big thing that you notice, because they've got it centered, is this huge thing under a tarp. It's
a chandelier.
Yeah, stop! I'm telling it.
Taking forever.
Well, anyways, they ended up raising it above your heads.
Yeah,
and then pulling it over.
Right in front of you.
So all you hear, like, they pull the thing off, they pull the tarp off, and then you hear and it starts to rise
and like almost hit you in the head.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna hit me in the head.
And then when it falls in the show, it flies down.
And then it falls.
Down. Yep.
But me and Emma, like, I was grabbing Emma's arm and shaking her, and she was doing the same thing to me because we couldn't scream, obviously. but we were freaking.
It was
fuck
amazing.
out. I'm sorry. And when I explain things, I go a little too in depth, and it pisses everyone off. But sorry.
And that's why we're here in 50 minutes. I'm just kidding. So then my junior year started up and her senior year started up. We had the musical.
Oh God, the Sound of Music.
So I am too chicken to like actually perform. So I waited until like a month before production or like the show started, and I was a stage manager. So I was there for like the like really intense rehearsals.
95% of it you were there for. A lot of it, like a lot of the dress rehearsals and the like the full on when you ran it.
It was fun, and like she played Mother Abbess, and she was amazing. And
okay, thank you.
We would like be behind stage, and like Grace, we would give each other back massages, and it was just like
trying
really
not to
bonding.
fall asleep because Theo would keep us there until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
When it got like to cram time, I wanted to die.
But yeah, so that was another like form of bonding for us.
That was around the time we went to the mental hospital, but I'll save that. I'll save that for another episode. I can talk about that. But yeah, so that was, I don't like to remember that musical because a lot of shit was happening in my life.
It was a lot of drama.
But I'm not going to go into that because I really don't want to.
I mean, yeah, and we think about the good parts.
And there were a lot of good parts. Someone after the show came up to me and said, "Are you a real nun?" And I went, "No." And they were like, "Well, you look like one. Like the way that you walk and the way that you talk." I'm like, oh my God, like what the fuck? But yeah, it was just, I wouldn't change it. Like, I wouldn't change the experience. It was a good experience. I enjoyed most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you know, my senior year started to really hit that I was a senior in high school because it was a lot.
Mm-hmm. But what else did we do? Like, we, when did we hang out then? It was like, I don't remember.
It was...
I think...
We were really busy that year, I remember. Like, we didn't...
2019, early, we, like, took a trip to Green Bay with my mom. We went shopping, you know.
When I was a freshman in college, you came to Milwaukee, and...
That was 2020, yep.
Right before the pandemic hit. That was literally right before.
We just, my family loves her. I mean, my mom and grandma, like, talk about her all the time. Paige and Nicole. So, yeah, it's just, like, that Europe trip was just really what...
Well, the thing, too, is, like, you know, Emma mentioned, like, her mom and her grandma went on that trip.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to know her mom and her grandma a lot.
Yeah.
Because they were, anywhere Emma was, they were, obviously.
Yeah.
So... You know, after the trip, they were like, "Oh my God, we love you so much. Like, please be Emma's friend forever." Like, I'm not even kidding. They were like, "If you and Emma aren't friends," I think one of the things, I don't know if this was on the trip, but your mom was like, "You and Emma are like friends forever. Like, you're just like that friend. You're like
Peas in a pod.
You're like that friendship that just will never break." I'm like, she said something like that. Either you or your grandma said that to me.
I think it might have been my grandma.
Yeah, it was someone said it to me, and I was like, "Oh, cute."
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's not like totally present day, but it's pretty close to.
Yeah, and we like try to find time one to hang out, and once we hang out, it's like nothing happened like in between.
Like, and it's just. And we go to different colleges because Emma's graduated now, and I've been graduated for like a year.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of crazy. Like, anytime I come home, I'm like, hang out with me.
Mm-hmm. Like, we have our, like, inside jokes. We have a really cool handshake. I'm not really sure if she knows what it is, but I know what that's gonna.
I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we know things about each other. Like, I know, like, you don't wake up until, like, 2 p.m.
2 a.m. I'm not even
my
asleep.
Family knows everything about you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
But, like, I know your habits. I know what you like.
Yeah, I don't know, like... I just like the fact that, like, if I just want to, like, chill and not take anything seriously, I just call up Emma because... Yeah. I mean, we I'm not gonna lie, we have serious conversations a lot, but most of the time it's, like, someone farts and we laugh. Like, that is our relationship. Like,
spilled water on you today.
Yeah, it was...
What, we just watched Cars. We're actually gonna start watching Cars 2 in a little bit.
Wasabi. Anyways. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sorry this was so long because I can't shut the fuck up. It's almost an hour. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Most podcasts I listen to are more than an hour.
Yeah, that's true. I watch like almost 2-hour long ones, but they're like talking about like true crime, like.
Oh, like interesting stuff.
Her arms were cut off. Their head was cut off. That TikTok sound? Their toes were cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess we should, like, wrap it up, I guess. I don't really know.
Well, thank you guys for listening if you're still here. Make sure you go check out the Europe vlog. You're not going to be disappointed.
It was funny.
You'll see our attitude and our everything in that video, and the rap and the song was really good. And then watch every other single one of my videos. I have a New Orleans vlog, but Paige isn't in it because she was in college.
I would have went, but my parents said no. So it's probably a good.
There was a lot
I
of
didn't go.
drama.
Yeah, I was kind of glad I didn't go.
But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. Come back for another episode of my Gemini Mind.
Bloopers here, right now.
Bloopers are blank.
But
Okay.
We can cut this out. 3, 2, 1, go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Emma! Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Ew. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll figure. Okay. I have to do it right after. Fuck. This is hard. I was close. 3, 2, 1, go.